Hi there, just a video regarding Andy Flower. He's been ruled out of contention for the England job, sadly. So we won't be getting him back. Um, I think probably a number of reasons for that. I think firstly, he's kind of got it made at the moment in his current role, and I mean they also say never go back. I mean, it didn't end well for him, but he was our greatest ever coach. The stuff he achieved was remarkable. 3 Ashes series, one of which was away from home, beating India 4-0, a whitewash, and then beating India in India, and winning the T20 World Cup. And uh, it, it's pretty kind of obvious what a good coach he was. I suppose now times are a bit different. I mean, he was when he was coaching, we were just kind of at that time where franchise leagues were kind of turning people's heads. He had those kind of disagreement with Kevin Peterson. And you know, it would be hard now, given the fact that players don't need to play international cricket, to hold such a kind of strict, um, kind of iron-fisted approach to the team and really drive them on, which is a shame, really. But then again, like you do hear that he's adapted, and so if someone as kind of intelligent as him and kind of sensible would have adapted over the years. That's no problem. Um, but I think you just think, well, never go back. Really, that's probably his idea. There's another issue. I mean, why would you possibly take a job when you have to report to Rob Key? Um, like I said before, they had to get rid of Key before they got rid of McCollum and Stokes. They did it the wrong way round. Also, Gordon Thompson, who seemed to see their job as just revenue raising. So it's not an ideal setup to join. So if I were Flower, I would be very reluctant to work for those guys. Um, it, I don't know when Key will go, but hopefully he's just going to go in the summer. But yeah, you wouldn't take the job with that guy in charge. I mean, for someone like Flower to work for him would just be ridiculous. So you can see why he didn't do that. Now that leaves kind of only a few candidates left. Sadly, Kirsten, we've missed out on him again. Just recently signed a 2-year deal with Sri Lanka. Um, I don't know if Langa's going to be available, and so you're left really with Trott, um, who worked wonders with Afghanistan. Um, and doesn't kind of talk in media speak like Kean McCollum. That's a kind of plus. Um, but hasn't managed a nation who's kind of expected to win tournaments or big series. You've got Gareth Batty, who's done really well with Surrey, won some leagues there. Well, the Surrey are such a big county; they're almost on a different level to everyone else. So winning the league there is a bit like, you could argue it's a bit like winning the league with Celtic in Scotland. And then you've got maybe Dawson, like Batty, an average player, but he seems to be a good coach. Um, it's not an embarrassment of riches, really. Um, and this all should have been done after the T20 World Cup, but they delayed and kept McCollum, then sacked him in the end. So it was a bit silly. Um, the new manager would also have to work with McCollum, and obviously with Key and Gordon Thompson. So McConnell would be the one-day coach liaising with him and the T20 coach, and work underneath Key and Gordon Thompson. So, like I say, with Lau, it's not an ideal situation for someone to go in. But if you're someone like Batty or Dawson, you would probably accept it. And back to my point about replacing Key, if you'd replace Key with Stewart, you could replicate the Stewart Batty partnership at Surrey. Two people who work well together, work hand in glove together. So that would actually be a good fit, rather than appointing Trott now, then sacking Key in the summer, and getting a new guy in who probably doesn't like Trott, and it would not kind of there wouldn't be that kind of synergy there. So yeah, it's a bit of a dog's dinner. That um, it's hard to see that there's an obvious candidate now that if Kirsten's ruled out and Flowers ruled out, and if it's not Langer, it does for me seem to be a shootout between Trott and Batty. I think you could just toss a coin there.